The slideshow function found in the built-ins and our functions tab within the tools folder allows us to create a basic slideshow with some images. And the way this works is that we're going to need to use this on a group. So our first step is that we need to drag a group down into the scene tree, and then we'll go grab a series of images. So I'm going to go into my server and my images tab and just grab a couple of images here, and maybe we'll use about 5 of them. So I'm just going to select random images here and slide these down as a subcontainer of my main group. So I have 5 images here. I'm going to go back into my built-ins, into my tools folder, and grab the slideshow and place the slideshow function onto my topmost main group. When I do that, you can see that my images disappear. So I'm going to click on my slideshow icon to go into the slideshow editor. I'm going to rewind my timeline to 0, and first thing we have here is blend value set to 0. So with my timeline at 0, I'm going to set a keyframe. Our next step is that we just want to increase this blend value until we start seeing each one of our images fade on and fade off. And you can kind of follow where we are within the scene tree here. So I'm on my 4th image now, and I'm coming to my 5th image, and once this is completely faded off, right around 6:14, I'm going to set another keyframe. So let's just slow it down a little bit. I'm going to increase my timeline here to 180, and I'm going to hit a set keyframe. Also, I just want to scale this up a little bit so that we'll be able to see it. And when we hit play, you can see that we now basically have a slideshow. If I go back into my slideshow setting, we also have options here for an offset. So I can turn this on, and I'm going to adjust the X offset. Now, once you have keyframes set and you want to use this offset, you may need to hit this initialize button just to reset it. So we hit play now, and each picture here or image is kind of offsetting to the X a little bit. If we want to offset to the Y, we can increase this. We'll hit initialize and play. And now it's not only offsetting to the X, but also to the Y. So we also have the same setting for Z offset. We can initialize that, hit play, and it's going to offset it on the Z as well. We also have an option for fade out, which is on by default. If we turn it off and we hit play, the images no longer fade out, they just kind of cut off. And we also have a fade out option here for last. When we hit play on this one, the image is cut off, but the last image will fade out. We also have the option here for start with. There's nothing visible, which is set by default, and we can change this to first visible. When we change and hit play, it enables the first one that is now visible.